intensity builds density.
Oh, we're going to need a double timer on it. We're going to need 10 minutes. Yeah. Where do we even start on this subject? Like, what a subject. Training intensity. People think they train hard. And I don't know if sometimes that people convince themselves they're training hard, but it's a skill. I think training intensity is a skill. And I know when I take clients on, you know, I'm not, what gets written down as an RPE 9 or a 10, I have to take with a pinch of salt in those early days. That, you know, understanding RPE, just understanding a new concept in itself, but actually truly understanding intensity. Because how many times, this tends to happen, this is the advantage when you have got someone with you. How many times would you rack something and whoever's with you goes, one more rep? Or two more reps in some cases. And you do it.
Yeah, someone will always get that extra 10, 15% out of you.
Right.
Always.
And that's like the skill to do that yourself, the skill to do that when I've trained in flipping in the shed with no one around. I've won RM'd in there. I've won RM'd in there. I've messaged my missus and I'm like, if you find me dead, just add plates to the bar.
When I come down.
But yeah, I don't know, man. It's a skill, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, and it takes time, and I think the two go hand in hand because, you know, I think that when you look at someone's physique, I think there's a noticeable difference in the way the muscles look on someone who spends most of their time training in a, let's say, you know, for argument's sake, a rep range that is perhaps like a 5 to 8. Compared to the guys who spend most of their time at 10, 12 and 15. I think there's a marked difference. And then also with that over time, like if you look at bodybuilding physiques, you can see like there's a lot of young guys that are up and coming and they're massive, but they don't have the same density as those guys.
It's a very overinflated.
Inflated.
It's like like a blown full of air. It's a really, I agree. And when you look at the bodybuilding when you look at the classic era, there was just this density on there. So what when it comes to intensity, what's your favorite rep range for a flat out set to failure?
5 to 8.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
5 to 8.
It's the most. I describe that. Me too. I describe that rep range as the most honest rep range because when you start creeping past 10, you will bail on pain, will kick in, and you'll bail on pain. Unless you've, you know, of course, on a set of high rep squats or something, when it's a real like a Widowmaker set on squats, of course. But yeah, 5 to 8 is like, I call it the honest rep range.
Oh man,
if you can learn to fail in 5 to 8. You'll start to understand true intensity.
Oh, it's orgasmic.
It's beautiful.
Like, you know, if you think that in any given set, there's only, let's say, you know, 4 or 5 effective reps. Now, if you're working at 15 reps, well, 10 of them were, in a way, they're just warming you up into the real work. Whereas at 5 to 8, okay, now we've got the first 4.
It's straight in. It's your straight in.
Minus the first 4. Now we're here. Right? This is where the magic happens. So,
beautiful.
I mean, there's nothing wasted. You're getting that increase in strength and hypertrophy. So it's like, it's just that magical space of training.
My first 10 years of training, at least, I genuinely don't think I did a rep over 10.
Oh, really?
That was
early you learned that? That early?
I was like 5 by 5. So 5 by 5 was like, when I was back then, it was reading forums. It was just going off forums, and just what I gravitated towards was wanting to build my squat, was wanting to build my bench. I don't know what happened on that one, but wanting to build the deadlift, wanting to build all these my big lifts. That was where. So I all of those 3 lifts there, my overhead press, those 4 lifts were always under 5 reps. And then even what people would call accessory work, even when I was any rows, pull ups was like 6, 8 reps. So I built the core of I built my foundations on sub 8 reps.
When I think about it now, you know, when I started as well, it was exactly that. 5 sets of 5 was the first one. Then there was like a conjugate, and you know, and then it was only until like later on that I started to go into the higher rep ranges, you know, kind of exploring, dipping your feet in the water. But
now I've gone down a bit of a bodybuilding rabbit hole.
You have.
there is, if you can apply that same intensity that what I've learned
Tick,
oh shit,
tick, tick,
to higher
tick,
reps,
tick, tick, tick. Oh.